Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. There's something extraordinary happening right now, and it's happening within you. Right in this moment, there is a greater purpose unfolding in your life, even if you don't fully realize it yet. Today, I want to remind you that God is preparing you for more. Now I want you to understand this on a deeper level. You see, every experience, every challenge, every moment that has brought you to this point is not random. It's part of a divine blueprint, a pattern that has been shaping you, molding you, and expanding your capacity to receive more than you've ever dreamed possible. You might feel like you're facing obstacles that seem impossible to overcome, like things aren't moving fast enough or the path ahead is unclear. But let me tell you this, God is using those very challenges to refine you. Every setback, every moment of discomfort, every moment of uncertainty is part of a process that is preparing you for a life greater than what you've known. Think about this for a moment. When you go to the gym to build muscle, you don't grow by lifting what you're comfortable with. You grow by pushing beyond your limits, by facing resistance, by breaking down and rebuilding. This is the same process happening in your life. The discomfort you feel, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, is the very thing that will build your resilience, strengthen your faith, and expand your capacity to hold more. Every challenge and experience in your life is part of a greater plan, a divine blueprint that is designed specifically for you. This blueprint is not random. It's meticulously crafted, with every step and every decision leading you to a higher version of yourself. Often, we tend to see difficulties as obstacles or signs that something is wrong. But the truth is, they are stepping stones towards something much greater. Each challenge, each setback, and each moment of doubt is an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to understand more about who you truly are. The universe or God is not creating these situations to harm you. They are designed to guide you, refine you, and prepare you for what is ahead. We often struggle to see the bigger picture because we are focused on the immediate. When something doesn't go as planned, it's easy to become frustrated, angry, or discouraged. But if we take a step back and trust the bigger picture, we can start to see how everything fits together. The experiences that challenge us the most often hold the greatest opportunities for growth. They allow us to tap into parts of ourselves that we didn't know existed, to uncover strengths and capacities that were dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Every trial is part of a much grander design, pushing you closer to your true purpose, your destiny. Even the moments of stillness or waiting are integral to this divine plan. There are times when it may feel like nothing is happening, but that is when the groundwork is being laid beneath the surface. The divine blueprint doesn't move in a linear fashion. It is a complex, interconnected web of experiences that are all designed to shape you into the person you need to become to fulfill your purpose. Struggles are often seen as negative experiences, something we try to avoid, but in reality, they are a necessary part of our personal development. Resistance is the force that shapes us, molds us, and ultimately refines our character. Just like muscles grow stronger through the resistance of weights, our inner strength grows through the challenges we face. Without resistance, there is no growth. The challenges that seem overwhelming at the moment are often the very things that push us beyond our limits, allowing us to step into new levels of understanding and capability. When we are faced with adversity, we are given the opportunity to expand our mind and spirit. Every obstacle presents a chance to learn new lessons, to discover how much more we are capable of enduring, and to tap into a deeper well of strength we may not have known we had. In moments of hardship, we can either choose to remain stagnant or we can allow ourselves to evolve. It is in overcoming challenges that we build resilience, not just for the current moment, but for the future challenges we will inevitably face. Each difficulty you encounter is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more equipped for what lies ahead. The process of overcoming resistance often requires us to let go of old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve us. The discomfort we experience is the catalyst for transformation. It is through the very moments we feel we can't go on when we're at our lowest that we often discover our highest potential. The discomfort is part of the divine plan, forcing us to step into a higher version of ourselves where we can hold more, do more, and be more than we ever thought possible. God is always working to expand your ability to receive more. The universe or divine force is constantly preparing you for the abundance that awaits you. But the key to unlocking it lies in your capacity to accept and hold what is meant for you. Growth happens when you move beyond what is comfortable and familiar. The bigger the blessing, the greater the preparation needed to handle. Often we think of abundance in terms of material wealth or external success, but true abundance encompasses every area of life, emotional, spiritual, and relational. As you grow and evolve, your internal landscape must shift to accommodate the greater things that are coming. This involves releasing limiting beliefs, clearing space in your life, and allowing yourself to expand in new ways. It's not enough to simply desire more. You must prepare yourself to receive it. This might mean letting go of past patterns, unhealed wounds, or self-imposed limitations that keep you from fully stepping into your potential. Your current self may not yet be equipped to handle the greater things that God has planned for you. And that's why the preparation process is so important. Think about it like this. If you were handed an immense gift, but you didn't have the strength or wisdom to carry it, it would be overwhelming, and you might not even recognize its value. Therefore, the divine prepares you by expanding your capacity. Each challenge you face is a lesson, a tool, and an opportunity for growth. These experiences are not punishments. They are the shaping of your inner self, creating space to hold more love, more success, and more peace. To experience greater things, you must first reprogram your subconscious beliefs. The way you perceive yourself and the world around you has a direct impact on the opportunities you attract. Many of us are carrying beliefs that limit our potential without even realizing it. These beliefs were formed from past experiences, societal conditioning, or even negative self-talk, and they create barriers that prevent us from stepping into the fullness of what we are meant to receive. In order to expand, you must challenge these beliefs and replace them with new ones that align with the greater life you are destined to live. Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, shaping the way you respond to situations and the decisions you make. It operates much like a filter, interpreting your experiences based on the beliefs you hold. If you believe you are unworthy of success, love, or happiness, your actions will reflect that belief, even if you consciously desire more. It's essential to recognize that the power to change these beliefs lies within you. By consciously choosing to reprogram your mind, you can break free from the limitations that have been holding you back. Reprogramming doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent effort, practice, and patience. This can be done through affirmations, visualization, meditation, or by simply choosing to take different actions that align with your new beliefs. As you begin to change your thoughts, you start to attract different experiences. The more you align your subconscious with the truth of your potential, the more opportunities, resources, and blessings will come your way. This transformation is not only about shifting the way you think, but also about shifting the way you feel, because emotions are powerful indicators of your beliefs and energy. When you embrace the truth of your worthiness, the universe will reflect that back to you. The process of preparing for more often involves clearing space, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Just as a garden cannot thrive in a crowded, cluttered space, your life cannot fully receive the abundance that is meant for you unless there is room for it to grow. The act of clearing is not about removing things for the sake of it. It's about creating a fertile environment for new opportunities, experiences, and blessings to take root and flourish. This clearing process can feel uncomfortable, as it often requires you to release attachments to people, situations, and even old versions of yourself. But it is in this space that growth can occur. When we hold on to past pain, regrets, or outdated beliefs, we create blockages that prevent us from receiving what is next in our journey. These blockages act as barriers to the flow of abundance. And by holding on to what no longer serves us, we limit our ability to welcome what is being prepared for us. Clearing space isn't just about physical decluttering. It's about releasing emotional baggage, old wounds, and thoughts that no longer align with your highest self. This may mean forgiving others, forgiving yourself, and letting go of guilt, fear, or any belief that you are undeserving of more. By consciously creating space, you allow the universe to fill that void with something far greater than what you have known before. It's about making room for new opportunities, relationships, and experiences that will elevate you. The process of clearing isn't always easy, and it may require you to face uncomfortable truths about what you need to let go of. But remember, the space you create is essential for what's coming next. Only when you clear out the old can the new come in. Growth always happens outside of your comfort zone. If you look back at the moments in your life where you made the most significant progress, you'll likely find that they were the times when you pushed beyond your usual limits. It's easy to stay in a place that feels familiar and safe, but staying in comfort often means staying stagnant. The real transformation occurs when you step into the unknown, when you face challenges that stretch your abilities, and when you embrace discomfort as a sign that you are on the path of expansion. The truth is, discomfort is a natural part of growth. It's an indication that you are moving into a new phase of your life, one that requires more of you. It's easy to associate discomfort with something negative, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful signs that change is happening. Just like muscles break down before they rebuild stronger, your personal growth comes from pushing through discomfort and embracing the unknown. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the more you limit yourself from experiencing the fullness of what life has to offer. When you face challenges, you may feel fear, doubt, or uncertainty. These are natural responses to stepping outside of what you know. But it's important to recognize that these feelings are not barriers. They are invitations to grow. Each time you face a new challenge, you expand your capacity to handle more, to embrace more, and to ultimately receive more. The discomfort you feel is the signal that you are on the verge of something greater. Without it, there would be no progress, no evolution. So instead of avoiding discomfort, learn to see it as a guide, pushing you toward a more powerful, more fulfilled version of yourself. There is no limit to what God has in store for you. Often we place restrictions on what we believe is possible for our lives based on past experiences, current circumstances, or the opinions of others. We define our potential based on what we have seen or known up until this point. But the truth is, the possibilities are far greater than what we can imagine. God's plan for you is not confined by your past or your limitations. It's an expansive, limitless force that is always pushing you to evolve, to grow, and to step into a future that surpasses anything you could envision for yourself. The universe is abundant, and it operates on a frequency of limitless possibilities. When we limit ourselves, we block the flow of that abundance. We must begin to understand that what is available to us is far greater than what we often allow ourselves to believe. Whether it's in love, career, personal growth, or spiritual depth, there are no boundaries in what God can provide. The key to unlocking this potential is to trust in the divine timing and to open yourself up to what you might not yet understand. Your mind may tell you that you've reached your limits or that you've encountered too many setbacks, but your heart and soul know that there is more in store. God's provision is abundant, and the more you align yourself with this truth, the more you will experience the fullness of what is available. It's not about having more for the sake of it. It's about being prepared to step into a greater life, one that expands your capacity to love, serve, and grow. When you release the idea of limitation and embrace the belief that there is always more, you open yourself up to receiving what is already yours. The preparation process is not always visible, and sometimes it can feel like nothing is happening. We may find ourselves waiting, hoping for change, but unable to see any immediate signs of progress. During these times, it's easy to question whether the divine plan is really unfolding or if we're simply stuck in a holding pattern. However, the truth is that preparation is happening, even when it's not obvious. Just as a seed must grow beneath the soil before it can break through to the surface, your growth is often taking place in unseen ways. There is a purpose in every moment of stillness. During these times, you are being shaped in ways that cannot always be perceived through external circumstances. God is not wasting any time in your life. Every season, every challenge, and every delay is preparing you for what lies ahead. It is during the quiet moments that your inner foundation is being built. You are being refined, strengthened, and equipped with the tools you need to handle what's coming next. Even when it feels like nothing is moving, remember that behind the scenes, a great deal is happening. The seeds of your future success, peace, and abundance are being planted. As you move through this period of preparation, you're being molded into the person who can handle the blessings that await. Often the delay is not because you're not ready, but because the timing is being perfectly aligned. It's about becoming who you need to be so that you are fully equipped to receive more than you can even imagine. The preparation phase is where you learn, grow, and strengthen your character. It is shaping you into the person capable of embracing the opportunities that are about to unfold. You are meant to evolve beyond your current limits. The essence of life is growth. And as you journey through this world, you will inevitably encounter moments that challenge your boundaries, pushing you to become more than you've ever been. You were never designed to stay in one place, to remain the same person you were yesterday. Every experience you face, every struggle and triumph, is part of the divine plan that helps you evolve into a version of yourself that is more capable, more aware, and more aligned with your true purpose. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It's a deliberate process of expansion, and it often requires you to step beyond what feels comfortable. You may feel fear or resistance as you encounter new challenges, but it is in those moments that your true growth occurs. The limitations you've set for yourself, whether they are based on fear, insecurity, or past experiences, are the very things that are being broken down as you evolve. These boundaries are not fixed. They are meant to be challenged and transcended because they are not the truth of who you are. As you evolve, you are not only gaining new skills or knowledge, but you are also shifting your inner identity. You begin to see yourself in a different light, recognizing that you are capable of so much more than you thought. The evolution of your soul is an ongoing journey, and with each step forward, you move closer to the highest version of yourself. Life will continuously present opportunities to evolve, sometimes in ways you don't expect. But every step you take toward that higher version of yourself brings you closer to fulfilling your true potential. The process is never ending, but every moment of growth brings you closer to who you are meant to become. Trusting the process is essential, especially when things are not unfolding the way you expect. It can be frustrating to feel like you're putting in the work and doing everything right, yet the results seem far off. This is where faith comes in. It requires you to believe that there is something greater at work, even when you cannot see the immediate outcome. The divine timing of your life is always at play, and sometimes the universe needs to align certain elements before it can bring about the right circumstances. What may feel like a delay or a setback is often preparation, refinement, and alignment happening behind the scenes. Trusting the process means believing that every step you take, even the ones that feel small or insignificant, is part of a larger, grander plan. Each moment, each experience is leading you towards something great. It may not always make sense in the moment, and there may be moments of doubt, but trusting the process allows you to surrender to the journey, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. You are being guided, and even when you cannot see the path clearly, it's important to have faith that it's there, waiting for you to step into it. It's easy to get discouraged when results are not immediately visible, but trust is built in these moments of uncertainty. When you trust the process, you release the need for control and embrace the unfolding. It's about knowing that there are forces working on your behalf, aligning opportunities, clearing obstacles, and preparing you for what's ahead. By trusting the process, you allow yourself to stay grounded, present, and open to receiving what is already on its way to you.